Hey, Aquarius, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your January 2024 bonus reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Aquarius, you are definitely upping the ante. You're taking a look at how far you've come. I feel 2024 is a big year for you, Aquarius, and you're getting excited about it, okay? So what we have in the past position is the sun. This is beautiful energy because it means that you're seeing the brighter side of things. This is about truth. It's about play. It's about fun. And we're moving into your season in January, so you may be doing a lot of reevaluating, taking a look at what makes you happy and what doesn't. What fulfills you on an emotional, heart, and soul level versus some of the old stories that maybe you've played out. Some of you may have even booked travel, or maybe you booked an event that you take later on in the year, but I really like the energy of the sun showing up because it means that you are aspiring to hit your goals, your dreams, your intentions, whatever you've set out for. This is a really great time. And towards the end of the month, as we have a big date on the 20th with Pluto, we have Aquarius season beginning on January 21st. I feel like that momentum is building here for you, and you may be enjoying the time that you have up until then. Not that you're not going to enjoy it afterwards, but you may see that something really gets rolling after the fact. Now, some lessons around this may even have to do with ego. Okay, there could have been some egoic people around you. Now, mind you, each and every one of us have ego. It's part of the human experience. But sometimes people can really be on their high horse. And maybe you've dealt with people like that in the past, Aquarius. But I feel like you are feeling confident, and it's not coming from a place of ego. It's coming from a place of fulfillment. It's feeling like you are content and you're doing good with moving forward on a new path, on a new journey. And when the Queen of Wands shows up for you, sometimes this can be about overcoming some sort of insecurities, maybe around your happiness, maybe asking yourself in the past, do I deserve this happiness? And now in the present, you're saying, yes, I do. So there could have been some issues around the solar plexus. This is belly area. Maybe this showed up in a physical manifestation of gut issues, IBS, digestion, acid reflux, all things of that nature, which we'll be looking into health here in a moment. But I feel like this has to do with you gaining the confidence to chase your dreams. So I love that the sun is showing up. Even if it is in the past position, I feel like this could be a big piece of what you carry into in 2024. Even though this is a January reading, January is the blueprint for the entirety of the year. And there's little bits and pieces, some positive memories that even if you get stuck in that old cycle, that old paradigm, you're going to pull yourself out of it because you're going to make new memories here. And you have this renewed sense of confidence. Now, what are your aspirations for not just now, but the next 12 months? You're doing some building. You're really doing some spiritual work as well as physical manifestations. The Seven of Pentacles, this is all about you putting in effort and energy and time and money into things where you're going to see your investments paying off. Okay. And if not, you're course correcting, you're going in a new direction, but I have a feeling here that there's no stopping you from getting what it is that you want, because you can see that she's not going for the low hanging fruit. She's not reaching for the fruit that fell at the bottom. Maybe she did in the past because she was too fearful, because the confidence wasn't right there, right? It was something that she's needed to grow and to build. But you can see that not only is she, she's it's almost like poised. She's ready. She's poised at the top, and she may be asking herself, what am I putting my time and energy into? Why am I in this relationship if I don't feel fulfilled? Why am I in this job that's just not, recognizing my potential, my creativity, my ideas, my self-worth? And that's what you are really evaluating in 2024. And it begins this month. And that's why you have the sun highlighting your overall energy here, because you're going towards bigger and better and brighter. Okay. I feel like the future is bright here for you. So beautiful. Now, what empowers you to reach for higher dreams, higher, apples on this tree, higher fruit in a sense? What inspires you is that sweet nectar, that sweet success, some sort of maybe even communal achievement, being of service and helping others, and being able to receive the positive feedback from others that lets you know that you're doing a good job. Not that you need that feedback, but part of that healthy ego as well is about recognizing that we can be of service and we can receive compliments and we can receive gratitude for a job well done, right? And that's kind of what I see motivates you here, because when someone tells you that you did a good job, just like when you're a child, right? When there's positive reinforcement, it inspires you to keep doing the positive, right? And sometimes people and children, you look at children as well, and sometimes there's negative consequences, but that's attention nonetheless, and the child will still keep doing something bad, even if they're getting yelled at, even if it's a negative type of discipline. And I feel for you, you want to move forward into more of that healthy ego, the healthy discipline in a way where you're working for what you want, but you're also receiving positive feedback, and it's going to help you move forward. I hope that makes sense, Aquarius. But the Six of Wands can also be about fame. It can be about fortune. It could be about climbing up. And I just get that energy of you climbing and reaching for that perfect apple. If you've ever picked apples on a tree, you know what I'm talking about, where you see a specific apple, but it's a little too high and you're trying to reach on the branch and you don't want to break the branch, but you really want that apple. It looks like the perfect one. I feel like you're focusing your intention. You're focusing on something specific that you're willing to work for it. You're willing to reach for it in order to get that sweet nectar that's coming out of it. And you can see the hummingbird has probably been flying around looking for, the right flower. So I almost get you are above the competition here. Maybe many people are working for the same thing, or maybe you are looking to put yourself out there in the dating world, or maybe you're in a relationship where you're ready to take it to the next level. I feel like there's a little bit of work that's going to be done here, because we move from the Seven of Pentacles into the Eight of Pentacles, right? And that's about mastering your craft and focusing on, educating yourself, putting your work and your effort into getting that fruit, but there's going to be sweet success that follows. So this is really beautiful energy here. Now, what may challenge you from getting that fruit? Maybe the people that support you or the things that support you. So for example, maybe it's a ladder, right? Needing a ladder to kind of reach for that fruit. It could be having someone below you to help catch that apple when it falls, right? It's the helpful resources, the people. It could be you playing many different roles as well. And there could be people around you or resources that you're not quite able to reach, or it feels like someone on your team doesn't have the team energy at the core. They may be out to get for themselves, right? Maybe they want the apple and they're pretending to be part of the team, but really when they get the apple. So I feel like the Three of Cups here, it could also feel left out. Sometimes when we climb our way to the top in any area of our life, when we are growing, when we're healthy, when we're evolving, a lot of people choose to stay in their comfort zone. And sometimes we have to leave those people behind, or it can be difficult attracting or finding other people at times. But when we start to feel like we're not on the outside looking in, or we're not the third party energy here with the Three of Cups, sometimes this can be feeling a little bit left out. For some of you, maybe there was a love triangle in the past. Perhaps there was an excessiveness when it comes to overindulging in certain things, alcohol, partying, anything of that nature, maybe overindulging in shopping and eating. I'm also getting here possibly three sisters or three friends, or maybe you were on the outside, maybe you were left out from something here at one point. And maybe it's you're focusing on your career and your business. I'm also seeing here that some of you, your life has shifted, or someone else's life has shifted where you may no longer fit into a specific group. So for example, maybe your friends have small children and you don't have children. Or perhaps you decided to not drink and all of your other friends, they drink. So I feel like there's something that kind of segregates you in a way, but there could be a little bit of fear of finding your tribe. But I feel like you are moving towards attracting the right people, the right helpful resources, the people that have your back, the people that support you. Some of you could just feel like you're at a distance. Maybe you have a sibling or a friend who lives across, the states or across the country. Maybe you wish that they were there in person, but they are cheering you on from a distance. Now, I feel like the challenge here for you is just could be feeling a part of something greater, feeling like you have that support and that resource and that backup, right? Because there is no I in teamwork. And I feel like a lot of signs, Aquarius, have been getting this three energy, because this is the year 8, 2024 equals the 8 year, and it's about strength in numbers, strength as in we the people. And I feel like that's a big concept, a big part of 2024. And so you may be finding that old groups or old ways of doing things no longer work for you in the present, but it's going to bring a lot more happiness to you here. Okay. But there could be a little bit of grieving the old life or the old friendship or the old relationship. But ultimately, I feel like you're seeing the brighter side of things. All right, what's going on in relationships and emotions for Aquarius? You have the Four of Wands. Four of Wands showing up is wanting to build a sense of stability for yourself, for your family. This can be wanting to have higher level of commitment, such as marriage, okay, or moving in with someone. I also get here, some of you could be moving in general. There could be a move. Maybe you're moving with your family, but I feel like the Four of Wands is saying here that there's some sort of celebration, right? And of course, this could be you celebrating your birthday. I feel like there also is another celebration coming in. Could be two for you. So it could be celebrating a new home, celebrating a job, I'm getting a major milestone. Some of you could be turning 40 or 45 or 50. It's one of those milestone markers is kind of what I get here as well. But I feel like there's going to be more than just a birthday celebration of a home, a move, a job, a birth, engagement. There's could even be a divorce ceremony. Whatever this is here for you, I feel good about it. But I do sense when it comes to your relationships, if you felt like things were falling down around you, or it felt like you were, I kind of get the energy of fly on a wall, where maybe there was a breakdown, where some of you did feel like someone wasn't focusing on the relationship. Maybe that's that third party or third energy that I feel here. You have this rebuilding within you, and you have what it takes to build those walls and feel safe and feel secure, but set healthy boundaries. Not the walls that are, completely barricaded with no door and no window, but enough to feel safe. And when you feel ready to open that door and let love in, I feel like that'll be available here to you. All right, Aquarius, let's look at career, work, and finances. Things may have taken a little bit of a halt, or may have felt like they were on standstill. Some of you may have even been in a slower phase of your career. Maybe you are temporarily laid off. For some of you, I also feel like there could have been a delay. But sometimes the Knight of Swords, I mean, this is very slow moving energy. Think of that turtle, right? Turtle trying to get to A to B. It can take a long time. And with this Knight of Pentacles showing up, I feel like you are being guided to throw caution to the wind. That's what they're showing me. Like, I actually see a graduation hat being thrown up, and it's like throwing caution to the wind. So if there was something you were being cautious about, I feel like now is your time to jump in. Now is your time to switch up some sort of energy here, or things are going to start to get busy come Aquarian season for you, or finally being able to see the results of your hard work paying off with this Knight of Pentacles. Now, this isn't bad. The Knight of Pentacles, he's the slowest. He is the most dependable, the most reliable. He's the one who's trustworthy. And when you give him a task, he gets things done. So I feel like you were just being methodical. You didn't want to rush things. And I don't feel bad about this energy. I actually feel the energy of simplicity. Like, I just want to work smarter, not harder. But it isn't it's not King of Pentacles status quite yet. But it doesn't surprise me if you hit King status by summer. Okay, I do get that here. I'm just seeing if there's a king. I don't see the king yet, but I feel I'm also getting that there could be something if you take a leap into by summer, you're just going to feel like you are rising, right? 7 of Pentacles, you're close. You're really close here. All right, let's take a look at health and well-being, the Hierophant. This really takes a deep dive into your traditions, shaking up your routines as well. This has to do with your beliefs, your integrity, what you know is best for you based on sometimes what you've been taught, what you've learned, right? I've been taught that this diet or that diet is better, right? And then it's like you learn something new and then you try it. You learn something new, you try it. So we see this all the time in fad diets, right? Paleo and Mediterranean and keto, right? That's the best. No, that's the best. No, avocados are good. No, they're not, right? So it's really discerning what works for you, Aquarius, instead of listening to what's out there. Of course, we can get a source of information through that, but ultimately, when it comes to our bodies, only we know what's best. So I feel it's very important for you to do your research, but most importantly, let your body speak volumes for you. If there's something that you are eating and it just doesn't sit right with you, maybe take that away for a bit and see if you feel a little bit better. I'm also getting here something with nutritional response testing. Some of you found out or will find out you have allergies, or there's a certain food, or maybe it's gluten, some sort of sensitivity when it comes to a certain food as well. There could be someone around you, possibly a child, that also has peanut allergies. I'm sensing, I'm getting, and this has been coming up for a lot of people, that some sort of maybe hidden or symptom that maybe doctors weren't able to find, or maybe it was something that kept persisting, but you take a test and it wouldn't display anything on it. I feel like there's something that's coming up that you'll be able to work with a professional on. Maybe it's a Reiki practitioner or a Reiki master, a shaman, a healer, a therapist, a doctor, a coach. It could be a chiropractor, massage therapist. I mean, please take it as it resonates. You can work with any holistic or professional person in some way, shape, or form. That is not, I'm not advised to give professional medical advice, so please seek that person. Now, what I'm also getting with health and well-being is groundedness, grounding your energy. Now, this can be about, I mean, you see that they're in the tree here. You actually have 2 where they're in the tree. So you may be feeling a little bit aloof. There could be something with memory as well, or maybe you're feeling at times like you're forgetful or forgetting things. You may want to ground your energy a little bit more. You could get a good grounding mat. They even have grounding shoes. Get outside in nature, even better. Walk barefoot. Go up to a tree and give a big old tree a hug, right? I feel like it's important for you to ground your energy. Do some meditations or exercises that connect you to the earth. Eat more earth-based plants or vegetables, but trust your body first and foremost. All right, let's take a look at spiritual energy. Knight of Swords. I mean, you're feeling the momentum of Aquarius season building. You're already feeling it here. So when it comes to your energy and inner fulfillment, you taking action on what you do best, right, is communicating. You're a charmer. You are brilliant. You have what it takes, Aquarius, to take action on your dreams. I'm a Libra sun and an Aquarius moon, so I get it. This is you doing what you're good at, and that fulfills you. So whether it's speaking to people, whether it's communicating, the research that you have learned and that you've integrated and that you've backed up by your own experiences, and maybe helping teach others, because a lot of you are teachers, you're coaches, you're mentors, you're healers. Even if this isn't your profession, maybe you don't get paid for that, it is a big interest or a big hobby or a big passion of yours is what I'm getting here. I'm getting also that you connect to the ether, you connect to the spiritual realm, and you receive a lot of your messages possibly through meditation. It could be walking meditation for a lot of you. You may also have the gift of clairsentience, where there's a clear knowing things. That's a really powerful one. And I also see here that you are getting better at your gifts, at trusting the information that comes through and discerning whether that is information from source or it's information based on conditioning. And you're starting to find the difference here between, the gut instinct versus the intuitive nudge and instinct, because there is a difference. So Knight of Swords, beautiful. All right, Aquarius, let's take a peek at what you should focus your energy on at this time. Letting bygones be bygones, or letting some sort of endings that may have felt like betrayal, letting it go. Okay, it's important for you to focus on endings that bring in new beginnings, because the Ten of Swords, you can see here that there's a lot of pressure coming in, and she may be overthinking things with the Ten of Swords. This can also be needing to move towards more truth, more inner truth, but letting go of things that are mentally overstimulating. Some of you, it's caffeine. Some of you, it is gossip. Some of you, it's news. Some of you, you've been betrayed by people in the past, or you've been let down. I feel like you're feeling a little bit overstimulated at times, and I just got that hit to the throat chakra. So it could also be your own words or the words of others. You may want to take a step back before you respond or before you react to someone or something. That's what I get here. So focus on new beginnings, because 10s are all about new beginnings. 9s are about the completion. 10s break down to 1, which is all about new beginnings. It's about courage. It's about the self and letting go of something that may have been difficult or challenging in the past. Maybe some of you with the Sun, you even felt like something got pulled out from underneath you, okay? But you're going to regain that sense of confidence if you haven't already. Now, what's the most important lesson is to move on. We just saw that here. So what's the most important lesson when it comes to you focusing on these endings, bringing new beginnings? Don't look back. If you have to look back on the lessons that something taught you, but you don't have to go back and, circle back around. When you're going through a roundabout, I mean, a lot of people don't know how to go through a roundabout, but you don't want to keep going round and round and round. You want to get off on your exit. And sometimes if you're feeling a little bit lost, you are going to go round and round because you don't know what the heck you're doing. The Chariot is saying move forward, because it's time for you to take that exit, and it's time for you to go towards your higher destination, whatever that may be, in health, in love, in career. And I am getting here, you don't have tons of cup cards. There's not tons of emotions. So it could be beneficial for you to keep that heart open to, especially first and foremost, self-love. Because some of you, maybe with the 3 of Cups here, maybe you didn't feel like there was a whole lot of love coming in. And maybe that's what you are moving towards with the Chariot. So the most important lesson for you, not just at this time, but throughout the year, is to keep moving forward. Don't look back, but keep your heart open along the way. All right, and lastly, Aquarius, the outcome is the Queen of Cups. There she is. There's the energy of the cup that we're looking for. So beautiful. And that's a beautiful reminder of keeping that heart open. Now, the Queen of Cups, sometimes she doesn't quite know how to process or work through some emotions. Now, you're an air sign, so sometimes it's like your emotions go for a little whirlwind, right? If you aren't sure how to express yourself, it can feel cut off, kind of what the throat did to me. It immediately kind of took me aback, and it may feel like your emotions are all over the place. They're kind of getting swept around, and that's what you are being guided to take a deeper look at, how to express yourself, how to receive love, how to open up to love, how to feel like not only are you a person who does give, excuse me, who gives excellent advice, but Aquarius, do you take your own advice, right? You're great at communicating to others, but sometimes when it comes to things that really are emotional to you, or even to yourself, there can be a tad bit of a disconnect. And we don't want you to take things so personally or, cater to other people without filling your own cup first. And I feel like that's part of this outcome energy is about you. You're extremely intuitive at this time. You are a healer. You could be an empath. There's something very powerful about you using your words lovingly to help heal others and yourself at this time. So Queen of Cups is beautiful. She's very supportive, very nurturing, very intuitive. She is all about the heart. But because we do see it in a little bit of a lower frequency at this time, it could be a challenge for you at times to open your heart to the idea or to receiving or expressing through the throat chakra. Okay, but overall, I feel really good about this because you are a person who's here to make a difference, and a difference it is that you are making. So beautiful energy, Aquarius. I hope this resonates. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, and hit that bell. And thank you so very much for tuning in. Lots of love.